Hi everyone, welcome to the July Rom Com update for me, Sarah, the author. This, just so you know, depending on when you're watching this, I'm technically recording this in June. Why am I recording this in June? Because the Patreon supporters are going to get the early preview with this as their monthly update. Newsletter subscribers will get this later in the month of July, but Patreon supporters get early access to things. So that's why this is being recorded in June. So what is going on this month? Big news for July is that I'm going to Harvard. I've talked about this before because this is like the delight of my year is that I'm going to be able to obnoxiously refer to myself as Harvard alumni for the rest of my life. It's a week-long professional development program. I will have a certificate from them, but yeah, no, I'm still going to be obnoxious about it. We're chiseling it on my headstone. Or if I ever could afford to donate a building somewhere as a wealthy donor, that's highly unlikely. Anyway, so that's the end of my month, and I am very excited, and it's going to dominate the rest of my summer in a myriad of ways. What does this mean writing-wise? Well, if you're on Patreon, it doesn't mean much of a change. We'll get to Patreon in a bit. But if you're not on Patreon, it's not going to be a lot of changes for you. We are still about midway through Sweeten Up Ginny Darcy on Patreon, but everything is scheduled, ready to go except some bonus content, and I am going to get that up ahead of time anyway. I am participating in Camp NaNoWriMo, National Novel Writing Month, the July event. So I do have rom-com related plans in that I'd like to get into draft 2 of Citation Needed. I've read through it. I've made a lot of great decisions. I just need to be able to sit down and write. I am taking a staycation in July also, which will give me some time to work on the 2 books that I am working on, the other being the horror book that needs to be done by the end of July for the editor. So that is my priority. Citation Needed, not the priority between the 2. But depending on how much time I have left in July on top of Harvard, I am going to write a couple more short stories. I have them already listed out that I need to get to. These will be things for the bonus content on Patreon as well. All right, so what's going on Patreon? Because there's some stuff happening. First, I added a new tier. You might have noticed it. And if you support at the $1 tier, I have to figure out how to get you in there, but you should, like for the old supporters who just supported with $1, you're going to be just lumped into that. This is not a early access tier. This is not participating in the Ginny Darcy early access reading, because this is just a very low tier. It's, here's the news. I'm pulling all the rom-com books out of Kindle Unlimited. It is fiscally, financially, money-wise, a sinking ship for authors. It might be a great resource for you as a reader, and I have struggled with this decision. But as my revenue goes down and my page read numbers don't really change, it's time for me to go back out into the wide world of book publishing. But I know there are a number of you who only read exclusively through Kindle Unlimited. And I'm going to encourage you to consider other options that aren't Kindle Unlimited, like maybe Kobo's subscription plan where you pay a flat fee to Kobo. Kobo is available in the US, so you can participate in this. The nice thing about their program is that I am not forced into exclusivity, which is what Amazon forces me into. They're the worst. I am trying to wrestle my life away from Amazon. It's tough. I like to shop over the internet. So as a author, I will no longer have any books in Kindle Unlimited by the end of the year. But the $1 tier gets a free ebook every other month. That will eventually include Sweeten Up Ginny Darcy. So you will get to read it if you choose to support at the $1 tier. It will just be when everybody gets to read it. And the A Little More collection will be included in that. So when another A Little More collection gets published, and that is increasingly likely with the number of short stories I have, then that you will also get that. And as long as you are supporting the Patreon for $1 a month or more, I mean, every tier is going to have the opportunity to get these ebooks. You're going to get more books for free. But if you like walk away and take a couple months off, I'm not going to send you ebooks till you come back. And you might have to. This is a real world. I know for some people that is asking a lot. $1 is a lot. $12 a year can be a lot when you have no money, when you are struggling paycheck to paycheck, when you aren't paid enough to live on. I hear that. I've been there. So I am trying to figure out a way for people to gift memberships. So I don't know how this will work. This is not something Patreon offers. I am harassing them to do this. But if you are in that situation where you want to be engaged in this community, you wish you could participate, you just don't know if you can afford it, reach out to me. Talk to me. We can work something out. It might not be on Patreon, but I'm willing to discuss, 3 books in exchange for reviews. An honest review. Completely honest review. There are some options. But in July, there's going to be a special on top of this brand new tier. And everybody on the Patreon and everybody who joins in the month of July will get the free second edition of Pride, Prejudice, and Pledging. I have it back from the editor. She made some good notes, cleaned up some of the language. I have to run it through Grammarly, consider a proofreader. I might not, given the work that Beth did on the line edit, I might just put it out there after Grammarly. I might trust Grammarly more than I should. We'll figure it out. I've done this before. Chaos. It's all chaos. So there is going to be a new edition of this book, first person narrated. We are in Elizabeth's head now, and she's my favorite. I love Emma. I love Carrie. I love Ginny. I love my ladies. But Elizabeth, she's a snarky boss bitch. I love her. So we're now in her head, and it added like 10,000 words to the story just by being in her head. But it gives, in my opinion, a lot deeper of an understanding of what's going on and where she is and why she misses all the cues that Will is absolutely in love with her. So everybody will be getting that edition at the end of the month. I'm super excited about it. What else is going on? Savings challenges. So I have obnoxiously gotten obsessed with budgeting and savings challenges and envelope stuffing and everything. And I'm figuring out a money system that's right for me. And I think I talked about it in a video where I talk about the student loan situation and how it has shifted my entire sense of who I am. But I have become obsessed with YouTube videos about cash stuffing and saving challenges. And I was like, you know what I need? I need fun saving challenges. I need them about my books. I have made them. This is what I do at night when I don't have energy to write and I barely have energy to function. I get on the computer and I open up Canva, which is my best friend. Sorry, Emily. Canva's now my best friend. And I make things. I make graphics. I make videos. And now I've made savings challenges. On Patreon, well, everybody on the newsletter will get the first one for Modern Persuasion for free. Just as a little, thanks for sticking around. But on Patreon, when the ebooks get sent, the next ebook gets sent, you will get another savings challenge. And I have 3 savings challenges per book at this point. So we're not running out of savings challenges. The goal for the first round, it's going to be a 3 challenge system. It'll be the same challenge, just 3 different versions of it. A low income where you only save up to $100 throughout the challenge. And I will have a video going over it. Do not worry. like a mid-income one where you save $250 through the course of the challenge, and then a $20 high-income one where you end up saving like $500 over the challenge. And I'm going to let you all pick what I do with the money after the savings challenge is over, because it might be like something we kind of do to celebrate. Other things that are going on. Since it is July, it's time to reset my planning for the year and look at the next 3 months. And I'm trying to get this YouTube channel up to 100 subscribers, and we're super close. We're at 91. So if you're seeing this and you haven't subscribed to me on YouTube, hit the subscribe button. Give it a thumbs up. I mean, this is a private video, but it won't always be a private video. This will be public eventually, and YouTube is a taskmaster. They like consistency, they like engagement. And this is the only social media I get any energy pennies from. So that's it. This is me finishing up the read through of Citation Needed. All of these cards are the different scenes that have been going on. I am ready to write the next draft of this book. Penny is fantastic. She's a butt kicker. She has like she has no fucks to give. I think I can say that this late in the video and YouTube won't get pissed. She has very few fucks to give, except for one man, and unfortunately he broke her heart. And I love Mason so much. Mason is like your little cinnamon roll. So we will start talking about Mason and Penny over the next few months, because I think you'll love them too. But for now, have a great July. I look forward to more conversations about this stuff in August, when I will be slightly less neurotic. Only slightly. I'll talk to you then.